The Miami Grand Prix was held from May 6th to 8th, 2022, marking the first time since 1959 that Formula One would be held in the state of Florida. The Miami GP was held at the Miami International Autodrome, which is a part of the Miami Gardens Hard Rock Stadium complex. Prior to Circuit of the Americas in Austin, F1 races were held in Indianapolis, Sebring, Riverside, Watkins Glen, Long Beach, Las Vegas, Detroit, Dallas, and Phoenix. Hello and welcome back to our channel. We are back with our new video. Unlike the previous two seasons, which had 3 rookie drivers on the grid, the F1 2022 season only has 1. But when Kimi Räikkönen announced his retirement during the final race in Abu Dhabi last year, the grid said goodbye to an icon. Drivers frequently come and leave, so the F1 grid has always been fluid in that regard. But as 3 drivers approach the end of their careers, we might witness their final races this season. This article will examine the drivers who may compete in their final Formula One race this year. Only 3 of the 20 drivers who participated in the Formula One season of 2021 are not expected to race in the sport in 2022. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circus marked the end of the 22-race 2021 Formula One season more than 3 months ago, and the 2022 season is currently slated to begin in less than a week. The 2 drivers who competed for Alfa Romeo make up 2 of those 3 drivers. The most seasoned driver in the history of the sport, Kimi Räikkönen, declared that the 2021 season would be his final, the course of the season. The Formula One world champion from 2007 has formally left the sport. Before joining McLaren in 2002, Räikkönen made his Formula One debut in 2001 with Sauber, a team that currently goes by the Alfa Romeo name. After the 2006 campaign, he left for Ferrari, and he remained with the group through 2009. Then he had a 2-year break from Formula One before making a comeback with Lotus in 2012. He spent 2 seasons with Lotus before going back to Ferrari in 2014 and staying there for 5. His final move before retiring was to Alfa Romeo ahead of the 2019 season. Antonio Giovinazzi is the second ex-Alfa Romeo driver to leave Formula One. As Pascal Wehrlein's replacement due to injury in 2017, Giovinazzi made his Formula One debut for Sauber and took part in 2 races. In 2019, he signed a contract to drive for Alfa Romeo full-time. Over the previous 3 seasons, he shared the team with Räikkönen. Since then, Giovinazzi has switched to Formula E, where he will race for Dragon Penske Autosport in 2021-2022. Valtteri Bottas and rookie Guanyu Zhou are slated to take the position of Räikkönen and Giovinazzi. George Russell will take over for Bottas at Mercedes, and Alexander Albon, who previously competed in Formula One in 2019 and 2020, will take over for Russell at Williams. Nikita Mazepin, who competed for Haas for just 1 season, is the second driver that won't be back in Formula One in 2022. Nikita Mazepin, who competed for Haas for just 1 season, is the second driver that won't be back in Formula One in 2022. When the team terminated connections with title sponsor Uralkali as a result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, he was pulled from the team even though he had not originally planned to. Kevin Magnussen, whom Mazepin ironically replaced when he was hired by the team in 2021, is slated to succeed Mazepin. Zhou is the only real rookie scheduled to participate in 2022 because 3 drivers from 2021 won't be returning, and Albon and Magnussen have returned after 1 year of absences. Drivers who might leave Formula One at the end of the current campaign are in the video next. The first one on the list to retire is 1. Fernando Alonso. It is hardly a criticism of Fernando Alonso to name him among the drivers who may be leaving Formula One. It more accurately depicts the predicament Alonso is in at Alpine. Alonso, who is 40 years old, risked a 2-year deal with Alpine in 2020, knowing that he doesn't have many years left. When it comes to its chances of soon competing for the crown, Alpine as a team hasn't demonstrated too many encouraging indicators. If the Alpine's 2022 rival is good enough to simply compete in midfield, Fernando Alonso won't stay around. He might find himself losing interest once more and permanently leaving the sport this time. 2. Sebastian Vettel. When Sebastian Vettel's contract with Aston Martin expires at the end of the 2022 season, according to former F1 driver Mark Scherer, he will retire from the sport. As Vettel sees himself stranded among the backmarkers, Aston Martin has drastically underperformed. Consequently, it is anticipated that he will end his career. Inside Sport IN offers Formula One news and updates. It doesn't really appear like the team, Aston Martin, can win the championship according to former F1 driver Mark Scherer. So why does he require all of this? I see him finishing the job and waving me off. His final resort was Aston Martin, but it doesn't work there either. It speaks for itself that he recovered from a coronavirus infection and continued to race. There are indicators of development as a result of his efforts to support and motivate the squad. Vettel is performing his duties. The former Brabham driver continued, "He might have just given up and nobody would have been furious at him for it, maybe the team." In order to clarify his position, Scherer said that he believes Vettel is still a very excellent driver and that competing for just 1 to 2 points will not satisfy a 4-time world champion. Motivation is the issue. Can a 4-time world champion be inspired by the fight for 10th place? It's difficult to say, Scherer said. The first 2 races of the 2022 season were missed by Vettel. After testing positive with COVID-19, Vettel was forced to sit out the opening 2 races of the 2022 season. In the 3rd race of the Australian Grand Prix, he made a comeback but was forced to retire at Albert Park. After placing 7th and earning 4 points for the team at Imola, the seasoned driver displayed his maturity. 3. Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton would be the 3rd choice on this list and possibly the most debatable. A 2-year contract is in place for the Mercedes driver, with George Russell joining Lewis Hamilton on the club. The dynamics at the German team will change this season. Not only that, it doesn't seem good for Lewis Hamilton's preparations for the 2022 season if he is still troubled by what occurred at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The German squad will pivot toward George Russell and distance itself from Lewis Hamilton if Russell can consistently outperform Hamilton throughout the season. Hamilton, on the other hand, who is 37 years old and has won 7 different championships, will not agree to assist Russell. At the end of 2022, he might call it quits as the most successful Formula One driver in history. I hope you liked the video. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Thank you for watching.